Hello. Hello? Hello everyone. It's me, Christine, again. Don't worry, I will come into view shortly. I'm in the control room, which is 6 steps away. Just making sure audio is balanced. Are we balanced? Or that's not possible. Hello everyone. The lamp is waving at you too. Welcome on in. Audio's good. The screen is broken. Well, that sounds like a you problem, Christian with an H. Maybe you shouldn't have an H in your name. I don't know. Like my screen's fine and I don't. So I'm just saying there's a pattern of 2. Welcome on in, everyone. It's another working stream. I have work to do. You get to watch me work. Maybe you're also working on a Saturday. Is it Saturday where you are? Maybe it's Sunday if you're in Australia. Maybe it's 3 in the morning. I don't know. Some people like to work then. I have this little bug mic, if that's why I sound different. I also haven't drunk my tea yet, so let's just start there. I don't know about you, but I cannot work until I have my water, my tea, my cat. No, that would be unreasonable. If I was like, no, my cat must sit beside me at all times. I mean, sometimes they do, but I don't require it because that would be unreasonable. But tea, oh my Lord. I'm drinking Simply Maple breakfast, shocking news, with an inch of oat milk, which I spilled when I shook it upstairs. That's why I'm 5 minutes late, because I had to clean it. Because Ben is still sick, and I didn't want to ask him to clean it. So, you know when you like shake the oat milk or any milk? That's what I always do. It's like a quick froth, even though it's, you know, I don't have time for the real latte business. Just a quick little shake, but then the cap wasn't like perfectly on and then it kind of goes everywhere. Yeah, that just happened to me. Slay oat milk? Yes, we do love her. Is this a sign you will be spilling tea on stream today? I hope not. I just spilled my oat milk. I can't spill my tea too. Come on, man. I mean, it would just be on my pajamas. I don't really care, but this floor is dirty as fuck. I should really vacuum. This is my studio. Welcome to my studio, where I stream at the other side of the room normally, but I also swatch all the nail polishes you see on Holo Taco. So that's what I have to do today, because we are preparing for the next launch and we like to get ahead of things. There's nothing coming out in June, nothing new. And I think you already know that the next new, like, huge, big moment for Holo Taco is probably our anniversary. I don't know, like, that's public information. We're gonna be 6 years old. Excuse me? Like, we can talk, walk, and go to school. 6-year-olds go to school, right? I think so. I think I went to school when I was 6. Birthstones in June. Who said that? Did Holo Taco already tell you that? Wait, what? Did you just bait me? There will be an official email, I'm pretty sure, coming soon. So that's happening. Not all the birthstones, just a couple, as promised. The bestsellers / ones we were able to restock will be coming back. You told us 2 weeks ago. No, I didn't. Macy, what in the NDA violation is this? Damn, and a Menchie gang member? I cannot believe this. I've said nothing. Anyways, it's time to work. What are you doing today? Get to work, whatever it is. I'm watching you. You're watching me. I'm watching you. Is this too bright? Too bad. Doesn't matter. I need it. I'm not optimizing this for anyone else except the swatches, because that is key. That is king. And yes, my hair is still in overnight curlers. I didn't have time to unfurl it. Can you see it? Shrimply on the prairie, that's me. We are watching paint dry, I know. It's sick. Here, I'm gonna turn chat around a little bit so I can read you. We can't see anything? Well, open your eyes. God damn it. Do I have to do everything around here? All right, I'm just popping some peelies from the last shade that I swatched. You're probably not expecting this one. I love a good surprise. But I think I'm gonna end up swatching 2 shades today. I have a 2-shade limit at a time in a row for 36-year-old lady back, neck, shoulder related reasons. That's what I do. When I do macros, I'll do more. But if I'm doing full hand posing like this, I have a self-imposed rule of 2 at a time, and then like you gotta take a break. You gotta move around, you gotta sit down, I gotta go to my other desk and do normal work like this. Normal work. And then maybe I'll do a 3rd later in the day. But I'm not a spring chicken anymore, you know? If there's any swatchers watching, you feel me. Some swatchers have been swatching for like, I don't know, 10 years, right? I guess I have too. So you're old now. And you can't swatch as many in a row like you used to. Are there any swatchers in chat? By swatcher, I mean people who swatch nail polish. It doesn't have to be paid, but just like, it could be for fun or for content or whatever. And they like put on everything in a collection and try and do it in a couple days. So it's a lot of strain, and then they take photos of it. So that's what I mean by swatcher. Do a squat, every nail swatched. Well, that's easy. I'm only painting 5 nails. Rachel, that's not really a challenge. I retired my nails from blog long ago, yeah. There's probably like retired swatchers now. Crazy. I mean, I guess everyone retires from everything. All right, acetone, don't drink it. Sometimes I confuse it for my water. I usually remember, because I keep a straw in my water and I don't put a straw in my acetone. Why would you do that? But that's how I make sure I'm drinking the right thing. I swatch, but I mostly get PR because of my nail art. Brands want me to do my weird thing with their products for some reason. Perfect. That's the same with me. Brands wanted me to do my weird thing with their shit. Whether it was, you know, make a polish mountain for them, which I didn't agree to do for any brand. It's like, fuck no, I don't care if you pay me $1 million. I'm not doing that. No, but like, what other weird things? I guess spilling polish and making nail pornos was like a little weird. Lots of brands paid me to do that. So tell me what you're working on. Sam, morning Simply. I don't swatch, but my partner and I are doing a long weekend in Ottawa next month. Any fave healthy restaurants or other local recs? I don't really have like one like this is the best healthy restaurant, because I find like a really good one is Pure Kitchen, but it's vegan, so like there's no chicken. That's what that means. Otherwise, it's like really good. They have tons of like veggies, and because it's vegan, they put a lot of effort into like the good bowls. Sometimes I get a salad or a bowl from them. I bring it home and then I put chicken in it. Don't tell them. But like, that's kind of more of a casual restaurant. I don't know, Ben. Oh, we went to Trophy. I don't know, like, it's not really necessarily healthy, but it has like, it's like meat-based, it's like Greek. So it's more Mediterranean, which tends to be on the healthier side than going to like an Italian place, I guess. Trophy is where like they grill the meats, and you could order a platter where it's like in front of you, and you could get shrimp, chicken, steak. Really, really good. That was good. That's more like a going out for dinner place. Honestly, I'm not good at restaurant recommendations. Ben knows everything. Ben will probably, if he's listening, just drop them in chat. I find at most like nice restaurants in Ottawa, there is a way to eat healthier. Like you just order the fish or something, and don't get the buttery potato or whatever. Just ask for like the veggie side. Ben's not here today. Oh yeah, he's sick. I think he just woke up, so I don't know if he's watching this. He got sick. I didn't, from Vegas. It makes no sense, because like I'm here in the same house. I don't know. My immune system literally makes no sense. Like it's so confused. Like I am on something that suppresses my immune system for my eye problems, which they warn you like you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get more infections, and then I swear I've never gotten sick. Like maybe once when everyone else was sick, but I was no more sick than others. I tend to get sick not every time that Ben is sick. I don't understand, like it doesn't make any sense. However, my immune system likes to attack me in different ways. So while I don't get the traditional sick, I get attacked in the eyes. And that's why I have demon eyes sometimes. And people on TikTok are like, what's wrong with her eyes? Did she do too many drugs? And then I answer and I say, yes. Stay safe out there, kids. Don't do drugs. You're the same? Like, does this make any sense? I need to ask my doctor. Like, how come you tell me to be careful because I'm gonna get sick and then I just don't? Calamity Cupcake. I'm on an immune suppressor also and have the same experience about being not sick with others, but my body trying to kill me for dumb things. Yeah, why does this happen? Do you supplement vitamin D? Yes. And C, bitch. And B, B6, I think. I can't remember. I do take all my supplements. I drink immunity shots so I can be a Power Ranger. Don't jinx it. Yeah, watch, I'm gonna get sick right after this. I'm gonna blow my nose, but it's not because I'm sick. I just always blow my nose when I'm after a workout, I don't know. Or like when I start talking too much, I need to blow my nose. Relax. I put the tissue behind you. Okay, my nails are clean. But I have a little hangnail. We're gonna have to chip chop that. Yeah, you're not allowed to get sick in the summer. This is a rule. Please respect it, thank you. And I'll retell the story Ben already told, but when we were on the plane back from Vegas, there was like so many people coughing. There was no one coughing on the way down. And then when we flew back from Vegas to Montreal, it was just, it's like the person behind us, and then the person back there, and then the guy in front of us. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, we're back again. Yeah, not the best, a little scary. I have a flashback of when we went to Florida to help cure my eyeballs. And then we came back on the flight, and that flight also everyone was coughing, and then I got COVID for the first time ever. After not ever getting COVID for like 4 years in the pandemic, I caught it because I went to Florida. So more people should wear masks, yeah. I typically do on a plane, especially when I'm on immunosuppressants that are more serious. But it's really the people who are coughing who should wear one, because that's what's happening. It's just going everywhere, right? Renee Lately, respectfully, do your eyes flare up after snuggling up to the light during swatching? Have you noticed a pattern? You think it's the LED light? I thought LED light was good for your skin. My dermatologist actually told me, like, she doesn't think it's that effective, but she was like, you could try it, like those red LED light things for your skin. So I've been doing that. No, there is no correlation between going like this and my eyes. Right now it's down because I'm on a new immunosuppressant, and every time I get switched to a new one, it works really well, at least for the beginning. So I have to wait and see, because the last one worked really well for like 5 months, and then it didn't work anymore. Okay, I think I'm ready to peely base. I'm just making sure everything is in check before takeoff. Make sure you have your safety card in front of you that you can read should there be an emergency during swatch landing. We'll be starting out with peely base. I don't know, okay, I was just on a plane, okay? And the lady was like doing the Macarena. No, safety first, okay? Especially if you're in the seat where they tell you gotta open the door, which when I pick my seats, I choose not to be there because I don't trust me. Shouts out to everyone who chooses to be there or who is put there and takes on the job. Because, no. I would probably panic or not know what to do. I just find it interesting watching the usually it's a lady, the flight attendant at the front doing like her signage. Literally no one is watching. And it's probably because everyone has been on a plane before, most people. So it's like, yeah, like I've seen the emergency demonstration. I know like what you need, even though if something happened, we would all freak out and be like, what did we do? So I guess you should pay attention. But I kind of just like watch people not paying attention. Anyone else? I don't know why. You love that aisle because of the extra leg room? Yeah, but there's no pocket in front of you. And I like to put my water bottle and my small purse in the pocket in front of me. So I actually don't want to be at the front of the plane for me. I don't want to put my purse up there. I want to put my little pouch right in front of me. I always try to watch them because I feel bad that no one else does. That's so nice of you. That's yeah. I guess more of us should do that. I pay attention because I like being alive, thanks. I want to be on your plane. Where are you going next? I'll come. All right. I'm painting on some peely base so I can peel these up easier. It's gonna be more of a wet peel because I'll basically swatch, take pictures, and then take them off, so they're not gonna pop off. They'll more like sludge off, like push off. Slow? How the fuck do you pronounce S-L-O-U-G-H? Slough off? Hello? English language? Slough. Slough. Slough? Sluffy. Sluffussy. Sluffussy-ussy. Okay, now I like this word. Damn, my nails are so raw. Raw, unfiltered, not clickbait. All right, we're done peely base. Let me just get my little air purifier thingy-majiggy. I actually use it to blow air at me. I won't put it on too much because it'll annoy you. Can't do that. But this is an air purifier, of which I have a few. This is just like the at-home one, but I have industrial level air purifiers. She is serious in her workplace. But this one's just like an easy handheld. It's from Dyson, not sponsored, but I would love that. It's also a heater, so when I'm cold, I can just like add some heat, and it's just like spot targeted heat up my butt, which I love in the winter. But I also turn it to fan blow out at me mode. So it does like two things. There's like the air purification where it sucks the air inside and then into the filter, and it like helps purify it. Or there's like blow at me mode where it blows towards you. So there's like a little symbol. And I use the blow at me mode to just gently like give me just a little bit of wind. Not like fan, like roar, like too much wind, just a little. It helps peely base dry quicker. Peely base does take enough time to dry, I find. But I wanna make sure peely base is completely dry before I put on smoothing base. Otherwise you're gonna like pick it up. But yeah, this is super handy. Here's a tip though. If you're painting your nails and blowing a fan, any fan, this type of fan or a handheld, don't blow it on your nails as you're doing the actual painting. Because I find that can actually cause, like, as you're stroking, parts of it to like think they're gonna dry, and that's not good. So turn the fan off or point it away while you're painting, and then you can use a fan. So when people have asked, like, do you use a fan to help it dry? I usually say no, because the simple answer is no. But the more complex, you're actually paying attention answer is yes, but only in between coats. Don't let the fan blow air at you while you're actively painting. Yep. You dry your nails with your air purifier too, right? Yeah. This is how I get my nails so pure and beautiful. You are getting all the pro tips today, of course. I don't gatekeep. You wanna see how to get curly hair too? Too bad, I can't take it out because now my nails are wet. This is how to get purified nails. Also, I should close the acetone. Don't put that into the air for no reason. I do have additional, fuck, I don't remember the name. Fresh air circulation. I think that's not the fancy name. I have additional vents in this room. We added them where it's like, it helps bring like real air into this room, which is not normally the case. Like, that's not standard. It's more of a commercial thing. But I was in commercials, so I was like, perfect. That was a dumbass joke. Anyways, An air exchanger, is that what I mean? Maybe, yes. It's like on its own thing, and it basically brings fresh air into the room, and so it can help circulate it, and it's really good for what I do down here in this basement, in addition to like these kind of air purifiers. How? I was intrigued. I don't know how. I can't explain it. I'm not an HVAC contractor. It's like recycling the air. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle your air. Yeah, why not? There's fresh air outside. And I can't really open windows because I need everything to be black. So like the one window in here has like a blackout blind because I need to control for lighting. Now everyone's different. There's some swatchers who like literally go beside the window so they can just open the window. But I don't always have sun in Canada. Even if I had like the perfect window, the sun wouldn't always be there. So that's just not an option for me. I'd rather I get like a lamp that simulates the sun and then I close all the blinds. So I don't really do the open window strategy. It's like a reverse fume hood. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Okay, we are dry. Now I'm gonna add some smoothing base. I don't really need to for this shade, but whatever. It's just a habit now. Is this not a basement? Yes, I'm in the basement with Tyler. He's over there. He's in that corner. Hey, Tyler, be quiet. Or we're not going back to Vegas. The weather's actually quite pesky outside right now. When I opened the weather app for Ottawa, it was like special alert haze because of there's like wildfires going on. Not anywhere near me. I think they're all out in BC or Alberta, if I'm not mistaken. So if anyone is near that, I hope you're staying safe, staying clean with your air. If you have to go outside, I guess wear one of those, the better masks. Yeah, most of Ontario weather is smoke. Like my weather app changed to haze icon. I've never seen a haze icon before. I'm like, what? Why does it have lines in the sun? It's weird. Maybe they just recently implemented that icon. But yeah, smoke travels like across the entire country of Canada, which is equivalent to saying the entire coast of America. It's like the same distance. Yeah, summer's a really bad time for wildfires in forests. I mean, duh, thanks. Yeah, I'm basically a teacher. Toronto was yellow yesterday. It's better today. Yeah, I did notice the sky was like looking strange. And I was trying to get sun shots of my nails in yesterday's swatch, but it was absolutely not happening. Even though I could like see the sun, like I could tell there's sun there, there was no visible cloud covering it. And then I'm like using my phone to like try and get the sun pic, and I'm like, it does like there's no sun, even though I can see the sun because there's so much haze. But haze doesn't present like a cloud. A cloud, I can clearly be like, okay, the cloud's gonna move in like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then there'll be sun, right? It was literally impossible to get sun shots, which is why sometimes I'll see comments on our like different lighting posts, like, why is there no sun shot? Because of me, because I live in Canada, and it's just really tough, especially in the winter. It's like not happening. I think there might be sun tomorrow, so whatever I swatch tomorrow, maybe I will capture in the sun. So I'm strategically saving one of the shades, not doing it today, because if I can get that one in the sun, yes. Okay, we drying the smoothing base. They arrested a few people for the fire. I saw that. Which is like hard to do, I think, usually. It's hard to figure out, like, if an individual is responsible for a fire. Because sometimes, like, forest fires just happen, or it's like an accident. But, like, what fucking dumb shits are starting fires in a forest? Like, whose kids are those? What the fuck? So dumb. Campers? Well, that might be like an accident. I mean, you shouldn't do that. And you should follow the fire guidelines or whatever. Sometimes they say like you can't start a fire now because it's too high risk. I've been camping, I know. But then there's people who like do it deliberately. I didn't think that was like always the case. I thought it was usually more an accident or just like a fucking natural event, like electricity fucking fucked it up. But yeah, if someone did it intentionally and they're like, I would like to start a forest fire. You fucking little shit. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Where are your parents? Yeah, I'm on board with arresting them then. They're probably juveniles. They're gonna be dealt with under the Young Offenders Justice Act, if it's in Canada. All right, first shade. Wait, let me just check that my camera battery is good. Oh yeah, we good. Let's do this one. I love it. Okay, now I need my acetone open, just in case I'm gonna clean up. So what I like to have around me, cleanup brush, acetone. This little thingy just to scrape if I have. Sometimes I like scraping instead of acetoning, just a gentle scrape. And a paper towel, or you can use your no mess mat. I'll turn this light on after. Maybe it's a weather collection. It is not a weather collection. I don't know, wouldn't that be like insensitive? I mean, I guess you could make it in a better way than like insensitive. Yeah, the wildfires collection. The natural disaster. Didn't we have this exact conversation before? That would go over great, I'm sure. This shade is the Tsunami. This one is all the hurricanes. Yeah, no. We did have this conversation before. Just naming shades after natural disasters. Oh, this one is so pretty. So this is a new formula. We don't have any, we've never used a pigment like this. It's one of those ones that's hard to describe the color. I mean, there is a dominant color that we would filter it under on the website, probably. Although it kind of flirts between two colors. We're gonna argue over this one, I'm sure. But it has pigments in it that confuse you depending on the lighting. So this one I actually want some shade. But I'm excited to see what people think of this one. Not that there's like that many options for other colors to create in it, because again, it's one of those like obscure pigments that just is what it is. You can always tweak the base, like the jelly base, like one direction or another. Oh my God, she said One Direction. Why does no one call me out for that anymore? Menchie! Menchie cat! Okay, you wanna jump up? There's a little pillow for you here. Menchie! She said no, never mind, bye. Okay, fine. She just came to check it out. She's like, what are you doing again? Are you working? Okay, I'm bored. Wow. We know this is BB No Money collab. Yeah. Sure, yes, for our 6th anniversary, we decided to collab with BB No Money. Menchie! Hi, baby girl. Just in time, okay? Just don't cross over onto the table. Your boundary limit is here. Do not exceed it. All right, we're done one coat. This one I'm gonna wanna build up in 2 to 3. You'll see it in this when I actually start taking pictures. Or will you? I don't know. Menchie's your celebrity crush? Did you hear that, girl? You're so pretty. You wanna kiss the tea? Kiss the tea. Is it warm? Not too warm. Don't be a dum-dum. It's warm, but it's not too hot. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. You say hi to chat? Parce que tu es un chat. Chaton, petit chaton. She's so perfect. Right? Don't tell your brother. Okay, you wanna sit down? Have a seat. Sometimes you gotta like push their butts down. Sit. Sit, doggy. There you go. Good girl. All right, she's sitting behind me now. My little assistant. Does she have a bed in the basement? Yes, she never uses it. She has specific beds she likes to use. Her current favorite is the unicorn bed, but inside of like those little circular like 1-up levels. So like she hops up a level into a bed that we just like threw on top of like a level. It's like a level up bed by accident. You're so silly. You're tickling me. Renee, lately, would you consider a collab with Ben's brother? A formula or shade of color arrived at using a mathematical princess. Sorry, should I say princess? Principal, take a day off and let math do the prototyping. That's so interesting. Like, do you have an example? I mean, I could just ask him. I'm supposed to see him soon. I will ask him, can you arrive at a color using a mathematical principle? Like, or are you just making shit up? You know what I mean? Like, if you take all the hex codes, I'm sure you could do a fun calculation. Like, what's the average of the hex codes? That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's probably purple. It's probably like a muted mauve purple. Menchie, you can't do that. Mommy's working. I'm working late because I'm a swatcher. Did you hear Sabrina Carpenter's new song, Man Child? It's kind of funny. I actually haven't listened to the whole thing. I just heard it because I realized it was on Snapchat and I put it on a video. And I semi-listened to it, but I haven't actually like sat down and listened to the lyrics. The video is so good. I just saw like some of the previews. Yeah, I should probably watch it. I'm busy working, like I said, because I'm a swatcher. This one is really pretty to paint. Like watching the pigments go on is very pretty for this one. Could totally get away with 2 coats actually. But sometimes with my macro photography, I prefer to do 3. She looked at us? Who? You looking at them? You telling them things? Menchie, keep your mouth shut. Or no savory salmon dinner. Uh-oh, she just heard Ben. And there's movement upstairs. Menchie, what are you gonna do about it? Uh-oh. You gonna investigate? No? You don't care? Oh, yeah, she cares. Okay, bye. Sometimes, yeah, when you can hear that Ben is moving around in the house, the cats go. Who is more whiny when sick, you or Ben? Definitely Ben. But it's all relative, because I'm not whiny, because I usually lie to myself and just pretend I'm not sick so that I can psychologically, like, throw it away. He's not whiny, but relative to me, it's whiny, because I'm kind of dumb. Will we get any theme hints for anniversary? Well, you gotta ask the questions, latte manis. Guys are always babies when sick, are they? Did the music stop or am I crazy? Hold on. I think there's been an issue with my music player. It just like stops randomly, even though I have tracks. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Yeah, it did stop. Come on, guys. Oh, it's making me load them all. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. There we go. I'm back. What did you do? Someone check the teacher's desk while she's away. Excuse me, I'm back. No cheating on your papers. Okay, I'm still painting coat 2. Let me get through that. Chapter 2. I still can't believe Holo Taco's 6. Like, excuse me? Hello? Like, I don't feel 1 years old either. Like, okay, we're established enough to not feel like I'm a baby brand. But 6? That's more than 5? I saw a stat somewhere. I don't know if it's reliable. Probably not. It was probably just random made up for clicks that influencer brands had like an average lifespan of like 2.4 years or something. So if we use this random made up stat, I'm doing pretty good. That's pretty crazy. We've like almost tripled it. We have survived. We're gonna be in 1st grade next year, I know. We know the whole alphabet and everything. Speaking of influencer brands, Simply Protein popcorn when? I don't like popcorn. That's Ben's thing. Ben would like that. Ben literally drives to the movie theater to buy popcorn and then comes home. I'm exposing him while he's sick because he can't stop me. He is weak. He's a weak baby. You a weak kid, Ben. That's a good callback that like 37 of you will know. Tease him when he's down, yes. Okay, I am gonna do a 3rd coat, even though no one else needs to. I just think it would be prudent. Woo! Movie theater popcorn is the best. He is like becoming an expert in this. He bought like the flavicle, I don't know, like the weird chemicals that they use in movie theater popcorn that's not just butter. He's experimenting. He got like a mini popcorn machine. He's been trying to make them, and I think he's still decided that it's just better to go to the movies. But like, I don't know, man. It kind of looks, to me, it looks disgusting. I'm just like, ew, I don't want that. But he's an odd one, you know? Eats tubs of hummus, buys buckets of popcorn from the theater. Hello, Simply. Hello, Adel Crates. You inspired me to start painting my nails 8 years ago, and this month I started doing a nail technician course. So exciting. That's amazing. Congrats. Remember when I took a nail exam? A nail tech exam? That was funny. Should do something like that again on stream. It's hard to find that stuff online that's like somewhat reflective of reality, but actually, hey, if you know one, if anyone knows one that's online that I could take, even if it costs like a little bit, I would, but if it's like a multi-part program where you actually got to commit and go to school, I don't think I will do that, but I'll do a one-time test, just not study and like see what I know. That would be funny. Yeah, I got 65%. Good memory, Talkie Taco. The strange liquid butter flavor they use at the theater is both revolting and delicious all at once. That's how I feel about like McDonald's, you know? Like there's something in fast food, if I'm gonna speak very high level, that's just like revolting, but it tastes so good to most taste buds that you can't turn away. Thank you, Cara Una. Happy Pride. Yes, it's June. I'll be donating to the gays this month, obviously. I missed it because I was in Vegas. I totally missed the... Usually I donate at the end or the first of the month on monthly charity donations that I make in large part thanks to people who choose to join the Menchie gang. I take a portion of that money from memberships and donate every month. We donate on average like $3,000 a month, which is awesome. And it is June, so that will be a theme, obviously. I went to Vegas, totally forgot to do it before, and then it's been like 2 days of trying to come back online. So yeah, shouts out to the gays and their families. And yeah, if you can as well, donate to LGBTQ2+ charities in your own local hometowns. I do like to always try and prioritize local donations personally, even though it doesn't really please the majority of my audience necessarily, because most of you are not in Ottawa. I think that influencers who are predominantly American tend to choose like national giant charities, and there's a lot of that, which is good, do not get me wrong. But I also think there's kind of a neglect of like smaller local charities. So that's what I tend to do most of the time, not always. Sometimes I break that. It's not really a rule, it's just a guideline. But why not help my community? So I'll probably find like a local Ottawa. Sometimes there's a national Canada one that I haven't done, but. And I try and change it up, not always donating to the same thing. If you put !charity in the chat, there is a running list of all the places that I've chosen in the last, is it like 4 years? Oh my God, 3 years since I started doing, I think it's 3 years since I turned on memberships and then decided this is what I was gonna do every month. I love creating more administrative burden for myself. right, we are done 3 coats. Absolutely stunning. It looks good without glossy taco because it's kind of like sort of dries down slightly matte and it's really pretty. This shade would look good with a matte taco too. I will have that prepared for launch stream, of course. But let's glossy taco up and get ready to take pictures. Let me just try and blow my nose with one hand. This is a talent I've developed over time. It comes with practice. Ready? Woohoo! Success. Okay. So I'm gonna turn my camera on. I gotta bring this light back. Put this boy over here. Go like this. This light needs to come on. I like to like frame the shot first and then put my glossy taco on. I mean, the shot's already framed because I've been swatching, so I don't need to play around too much, but just remind myself what's up. Okay, this is in my eyeball. The light's also in your eyeball, but that's a you problem. Okay, we're ready to glossy taco. I'm also gonna play with the lighting for this shade. I mean, I'm gonna take it under the standard lighting that I've been shooting everything, but then I think I'm gonna try and turn my sunlight off and turn my LED diffuse pads on. Hand went to heaven. Oh, she the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. That's not heaven, that's hell. Did she say when the anniversary release will be? I said, when is our anniversary? Let's see if Chad knows. When is Holo Taco's 6th anniversary? Quizzing my customers. What if we like made you answer these questions before you can check out? It's like the new CAPTCHA. July 6th is correct. That is our formal anniversary date. So on that day, Holo Taco will officially have existed for 6 years. What? Crazy that 6 years ago, I was showing you a black box and saying, buy my Holo Taco. Oops. Drip the glossy taco. Okay, quick, shoot. Close the acetone, remove the water. Put on shutter release mode for my little remote-y, but I'm gonna do video first. It is the 6th anniversary on the 6th. That's pretty cool. Now that doesn't mean that's when the collection releases, because I think the 6th is a Sunday, and just timing it with that weekend is always difficult. But our anniversary launch always tends to land in that month. So now I'm gonna turn my iPhone flash on because she cannot resist more light experiments. Actually, that is looking pretty good, even though I think this would be optimal in like a more shaded environment. I wanna get the front of the bottle flaring. So I find just doing the iPhone flash really does that. Hold on, I gotta shake the bottle. Okay, ready? And Vogue, Vogue. Oh, I'm so rude. Here, do you want this? I can't talk and do that at the same time, or else my hand is like, oh. It's like when the massage therapist is like talking to you while they're like doing this, and then they like kind of stop, or they kind of like, because they're talking, and I'm like, stop talking. That's what it's like. It's the same thing. She is stunning, looks shimmery. It's not a frosted metal. Not at all. But it does kind of read frosty in black and white. You are not incorrect, but it is not a frosted metal. It's a pigment we've never used before. And it's not like a blend of pigments to make something we've never used before. No, no, no. All new pigments entered the villa. Okay, now I need to love lamp. Wow, she's slaying. She slays. I'm gonna illuminate the bottle so I can do some imposed shots, some composites, which means where I take a piece of one picture and I add it to the other. Okay, let me review. Fuck, she pretty. That's what random swatch wheels. Go back. Oops, there we go. I'm mostly checking that like I got one where all the nails are in focus. Yeah, that one works. And then the bottle flare. Let me do that again. Wow. Okay, that's good for that pose. Now I'm gonna scooch up a little bit and do the 4-finger pose, which is the main one that we put on the website from my hand. That I just mostly did for filming. Look at the video. So I come in a little closer. Wait, just a little back. Like this. Let me roll video first. Anniversary will be limited edition. Yes. As per usual, all of our anniversary collections are limited so that we can play with whatever we want and not have to worry about restocking it. I just got some blurry stuff. Maybe put that in a teaser, eh? You guys like being teased? What Great. Okay, now we take pictures. Box. Of course there's a box. This will be the first box in a long time. So for those who have missed our collection boxes, which we scaled back on because you asked us to. In part, that's one of several reasons. What do I do? There is a box for this one, and it's fun. It's fun. It's different. It's not as standard. I mean, it's close to a standard shape, but it does something a little bit different. Kind of like how Gala was. It's not the same as Gala, but like same idea. It's like it'll fit in your collection, but also it's on theme with what it does. Yeah, I think it's very different from what I would normally gravitate towards, but I actually really like how it turned out. It's clever. She's a clever one. The retro box was fun. Yeah, that was a clever, fun one too. I see a Menchie here. So yeah, you can't do a clever box like that every collection. That's impossible. And also, supply chain impossible to manage all of that, and expensive. But so we're reserving like clever, unique ways of doing boxes for big moments like anniversary, so that it also feels special, you know? You like the record DJ one? That was Remix. Remix is pretty cool. Yeah, that was stupid though. Like, we're never doing something like that again. Just want to play with something. I also find like doing less boxes reduces customer FOMO, fear of missing out. Which, just to be transparent, that wasn't the main reason we stopped doing boxes. Like, I've seen people say that and I'm like, I never said that was the main reason. It is a potential reason, but it certainly wasn't the main driver. But I'm glad that it's kind of a secondary effect for those who feel like it helped. But to be further transparent, if you play it in your mind, like, oh, what does that mean? If everyone decides to not buy because they don't have a fear of missing out, then like, what are we doing? Then we're just not selling anything. So occasionally a brand needs to do, if we're just talking like marketing and existing as a business, you kind of have to do moments where there is something limited. Otherwise, people get it in their head that they just don't need to buy ever. And I know some of you are like, well, that's not true, I'll still buy. But so much marketing research has basically proven otherwise. Now, abusing FOMO is different than just occasionally doing it because, you know, when something is limited, I think that just qualifies as FOMO. This one's hard to get like every nail in focus. Not a fan of the super carton because of the unnecessary plastic. I mean, there's plastic in our collection boxes too. So what's unnecessary to you? We are gonna poll Holo Royalty when their survey time comes up, like how they feel about what we have, the new super cartons. Ask them to reflect on the less use of collection boxes and use of super cartons instead, so they still get some custom packaging, but it's not as like bulky or like as big of a deal, let's say. But yeah, we will be asking Holo Royalty these questions to get feedback to help us make decisions that won't take effect for like a year, because that's how timelines work, but how does your hand not hurt? My hand doesn't really hurt, but sometimes my like lower back hurts. Make more boxes next year? I'm really interested in what people will say, because we listened to them when people said like, just drop the number of boxes, but don't cancel them. That was the overwhelming majority, was the answer. I forget how I phrased it. And so that's exactly what we did. We just dropped the number of boxes, didn't cancel them, and introduced something new that's like kind of in the middle, just to see, you know. The super carton was so cute, still have the cowboy collection in it. It's also cute because it's way more compact. So yeah, I'll be collecting quantitative data on that. Holo Royalty email when? We are working on it for the next year royalty release. We're already working on like what that survey's gonna shape up like. That's a good bottle shot. Yeah. You can see the shifts. The pretty little piggies. I just called the pigments piggies, oh my God. All right, I think I got this one. I'm just talking. She's just yapping. We're just painting and yapping. But I kind of, okay, before I end this one, I'm gonna switch the lighting, but let me just do standard shots. I'm gonna do this swatch right here, where I kind of just have fingers. I just have little hot dog fingers. This one is really gonna show its magic in the different lighting shots. I'd be like, what? What? Super carton is so cute, but I don't think we need specialty unit cartons and super carton. It feels redundant. I thought it would look too weird just to put like our standard black ones in a colorful outside. Like it would be kind of like, what the fuck? Like it doesn't work. Like it doesn't match. Like imagine we did that with David's tea. I would have felt like it didn't really do the single ones justice. And then so far, anything that has a special carton, like that special carton is limited edition. Sometimes the polish is too. So it's kind of a signifier of that too. I just think like aesthetically when you're taking like a picture of the bundle, it would be like kind of jarring to see the black packaging with whatever other color, personally. And it's not redundant because we sell everything individually. So when you're purchasing that collection individually, it's kind of fun to also get a piece of that color aesthetic if you can only shop the individuals, for example. Then, you know, I'd feel bad. Unless it's not a collection that has a super carton or any like outside packaging at all, then yeah, just regular black cartons, sure. Oh, this is a good angle. This is a good angle. I think I'm gonna take a picture at this angle. Normally I don't, because I'm trying to not make as much work that isn't used, but this angle with this shade is just absolutely working for some reason. I think it's because the ceiling is white, so it's like hitting that. I like the special individual cartons. Yeah, me too. It's kind of fun to do that occasionally. Like, it's not as big deal, you know, as like a box. But sometimes it's kind of nice to like paint the whole picture, you know what I mean? Oh my God, the shine, you can see that? Yeah, it kind of looks stunning in black and white. Other brands don't really care, but it depends. I think it's just like a creative and investment choice. Like, yeah, you don't need packaging that is themed. We don't do it all the time, just sometimes. But when I started Holo Taco, like, I really liked the idea of it coming in a really cool, crazy holo box, like the inside was holo, because PR packages were big, and I was like, this is fun. So it kind of just stuck. But, you know, we listened to feedback, we changed it up, we've tried individual cartons, we have the new super carton. I just find like collecting and opening things that look pretty is also really exciting, but I also understand if you do that all the time, it gets too much. So, exploring the balance. The themes are fun, yeah. And it is quite an investment from our internal team in terms of like, someone's gotta come up with the box design. That has to be prototyped. Like, there's a lot more creative construction, production, timeline extension that goes into even having custom packaging at all. So that is also part of how we price our products, you know, like it takes into account all these things, which might be different for other brands who are slightly cheaper than us but don't have, you know, custom packaging as often as we do, or at all really. Some brands don't really even have cartons. Okay, what was I doing? I got all the shots, but speaking of custom packaging, that's what I was holding. This one got a little fucky. I think I spilled something on it. Was that tea? Okay, let me get a fresh one. Who did that? Okay. I'm just gonna throw her back in here. Just so I can get some shots with the unit carton. Unit carton is what manufacturing calls these, but the words stuck together is just unicarton. So when I say unicarton, I really just mean the little box. Okay, so So now I'm gonna go like this, scale back a little bit, and we're just gonna get some box shots, or carton shots. I don't think I should do the full box yet. You have not seen, you will not see that too soon. I'm not gonna take pictures with these little special cartons because it's just that's kind of redundant. As long as I just have some video. Ooh, shiny. Okay, now what I actually need to do is change the lighting and get this shade because I want to try something. So I didn't do this for any of the other shades so far. This wasn't really necessary. But I'm just walking around the room. I'm gonna turn on something over here and I'm gonna turn off the sun, my sun lamp. And I'm gonna try. I would have paid $50 for a creative box for you mean the Off the Deep End collection? I love the colors. I hear you, but I don't want people just to pay for packaging. So we've never charged extra for packaging. Sometimes like we can't justify a bundle discount. Or, we don't do a bundle discount. But packaging is expensive and I wouldn't just charge you for a box, even if some people, like Laura, thank you, would have bought it. Like I have to think not just about like squeezing as much money as I can out of you. Like that's not the way to do business, I think. You have to sometimes make decisions that would net you less so that people are calmer, generally. Because there will be moments like our next anniversary where, yeah, everything is limited. Box, polishes, all of it. But you can't abuse this power. FOMO responsibly, brands. And don't lie either. Okay, so what I did was I turned off my sun and now I have two of these guys, which are just like diffused LED lamps, but they're not really like shade simulators. I would say they're brighter and better than shade, but I'm curious what, oh, that's way too dark. Now I need to up the ISO because now I have no light. The sunlight is insane. Maybe themed merch for certain launches for people who want the vibes. But then all that merch would be limited edition because there's just no way to justify doing themed merch. That like, we're not gonna sell that, past that collection hype, let's say. Oh, that light's too bright now. Hold on. Also, merch is something that we will probably be doing less of because of the T word, tariffs. It just doesn't make sense. And even if the tariffs stay in any specific rate and we know and we can plan, they're not gonna stay. They're gonna change. This is just not gonna be true. Even if they're fully dropped, I don't know if they're gonna come back. So I think I would be too scared. So there is gonna be less merch. Anything that is made in China is included. Then that includes like our pouches, our bags, which we write on the website. It says where it's made. A lot of those good quality items are from China or overseas. And it just doesn't make sense because we're not gonna pay an insane tariff and then overcharge you guys for something like that. So it's smarter to just not do it, but it sucks. Cause like I like being able to do things like that, wherever it makes sense to do it, but oh well. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, to change the lighting, I need to turn that up. I've seen like some smaller indie nail polish companies already shut down their business because of all this, and it's just so sad. Big sigh. And just to be clear, like, just raising your prices doesn't necessarily save every business. It hurts the smaller ones worse because they can't afford to float some of the interim losses, whereas like a larger one like ours can. So like we've been floating and like dealing with it anyways. And even when we raise prices, which was gonna happen anyways, we haven't raised prices in years. That's still not even gonna make up for all the stuff that's like been imported and paid at a much higher tariff because we have no choice in the last few months. Like, what are we gonna do? Just like not import any of the stuff we need to make the next few launches? That would have other ramifications, like no releases, and then there's no cash flow, and then what do you do to pay all your expenses? So yeah, it's disproportionately harder for smaller brands who don't have more cash infusion or flow because they just run out of things, run out of money to float for now, to pay the extra tariffs, you know, for now. Even if they go away, it doesn't matter, the damage was done. So I really feel for anyone who has a small business out there or knows someone who does and like had to make a incredibly difficult decision to just cease operations or stop or pause because of it. It's fucked. Like a price increase doesn't save everyone, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not like a great solution. Like in theory, yeah, but it doesn't really always work. Because even brands that are doing price increases are still eating a bunch of shit. Because I'm not gonna increase the price to $22. You know what I mean? So it has to be reasonable, but also it needs to make sense. It's a tricky dicky. Okay, I need to take a picture like this. This is beautiful. I think I'm gonna take a picture like this. But am I nervous about increasing prices? Yes. Will people be like, I'm not paying this much for this? I understand. I get it. I've seen a lot of brands increase their prices and I see the reaction, and I think it's just unavoidable. Like the reaction and the increase in this economy. But yeah, we are working on that. Holo Taco will announce in advance what the increase is and when, so you will know. I think what also bothers me about price increases is like there's always gonna be a company or two who like takes advantage of it. Like, yes, you are not wrong. The discourse is not wrong that there's like corporate greed. That exists for sure. But I think what I struggle with is like people apply that logic like, oh, you're just taking advantage of the situation to make more profit. We see you, you big liar. while I'm sure that happens, that's genuinely not true of like other brands who are increasing their prices. So it makes me like kind of like meh, when people kind of draw that broad brush on everyone, when I know that, like, you know, our brand, for example, is like working really hard to find ways to keep our price increase as reasonable as possible, despite like we're eating stuff too. But, you know, no one really knows because companies' profit stuff isn't public. So you don't even know some of the corporate greed stories for sure, unless it is public, of course, then you know. But it sucks kind of feeling like you're like looped up in that discourse when I'm like, yeah, that's not what we're doing, but okay. Example, the egg cartel? Do tell, what is that story? What's the egg cartel? We have a maple syrup cartel in Canada. Is it like that, but eggs? Pretty cool. Car prices are out of control. I haven't been shopping for a car, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I hear about it on the news, but yeah, it's crazy, I'm sure. Okay, one more tweak. I'd care less if I could get full-time work, but I'm super struggling with my physical health. I hear you, and I know that's the other side of the coin, is that consumers, customers, people are not all rich and don't have the disposable income. So when, you know, fun goods like nail polish or cosmetics goes up in price, it feels even less attainable if you don't have that disposable income. So, and then it's just a cycle. Like, the consumers can't buy it and the brands can't sell it because now they just have less customers. And then everyone is sad. Brilliant. Who thought of this? Absolutely brilliant. I laugh so I don't cry. Okay, let's get this picture though. Yeah, I think more than anything, like, I'm sad about it. Like, I hear you. You're not wrong. And I don't want you to spend what should go to, like, your rent on nail polish, and you can't justify it. Even if it means, you know, you lose a customer, it's hard in either direction. We're just trauma bonding. Yeah, sure. Yeah. At the same time, like, I also appreciate, because, you know, like, I, at some point in my life, was more frugal. I was a student caring about little expenses. But I also was someone who was too frugal sometimes when I arguably didn't need to be. Like, I wouldn't put the air conditioning on in my car because it used more gas in my 1995 Subaru Legacy. I remember my sister was so mad at me because it was like the summer and it was hot. That was like, thinking back, like, put the fucking air conditioning on. Like, it's gonna use like 2 cents, you know? But I did have it in my head, like, I think I was kind of too strict, and I could have enjoyed just like a couple things more. That was kind of dumb of me. But, like, you know, we all go through these things and then, like, decide. And if you want to be on the, like, fiscally conservative side, then that's what you do, you know? A little bit of giving something back to yourself to bring yourself a little bit of happiness, I think, is generally okay after I've, like, learned this through my own lessons, but not at the expense of you being able to take care of your general well-being, like your rent and your bills, the necessaries in life. So maybe that means scaling down, scaling back, having a budget for fun little things that make you happy, like small purchases that aren't overly expensive. That is subjective, so that's up to you. But like having a little bit of fun, but like knowing when to stop, but letting yourself have a little bit of fun and still taking care of things. Like that is a struggle I get, and I'm not like a finance advisor, so I don't know. It looks different for different people, but my dad's frugal on weird things, like he'll buy the cheap toilet paper, but he has a HelloFresh subscription. Got him. Yeah, see, the HelloFresh subscription, not frugal, absolutely not. And so much of it can go wasted, right? If you don't use it. I guess he didn't learn because he's old. Oh, that lighting is fucking crazy. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Try not to get bottle glare though. There we go. The team's gonna flip out when they see this footage. I'll say chat did it because they let me blab on. So I got different lighting. Absolutely stunning. You wish, yeah, you know, if your TV's broken, it's just the economy. Like you can't fix it right now. You're gonna have to wait to fix that computer screen, fix that mobile device. Don't get a new iPhone yet. It's not a good time to get a new iPhone. If you look at the Mac rumors, they'll say that too, right? All right. Simply needs to get this shade around the house, especially in the shade, to get you those different lighting shots before I switch to my other shade. So I'm gonna run around my house. I'll be approximately 4 to 5 minutes. I'll run a little cute ad while I'm gone. Let me know what it is. I don't get to choose them, but I like to hear what they are. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Refill your tea, get your water, go pee. And then we're gonna swatch a second shade of this collection and continue yapping. I will turn off my mic though, because I might pee. Hello? Hello. Let me put the music back. I hope Christina's okay. Why? What do you think happened to me? I got stuck in the toilet. She's back. Well, I gotta turn off this light because I'm gonna switch back to sun lamp mode. Is the music too high? I turned it down though, after I said hello. Guess who's back? Back again. Simply's back. All right, we did it. I took a little bit longer because guess what? There was sun. Praise be, bless the heavens, under his eye. So excited that there was sun. And it wasn't super hazy. Like, I think I got pure sun. So I was able to do like a sun and a shade shot, but I had to go outside for that. And because it's like 1 o'clock, the sun is like right above me, which is good. That's peak nail sun content time. Time to sip that tea so it doesn't burn. It never burns. It's not that hot, these hot plates, I find. Or maybe I've used this one for like 5 years, so it's just kind of dying slowly over time. So now I'm just peeling off my nails. Normal Saturday behavior. What are you doing? What do people do on Saturday? I'm so out of touch. What do people do on Saturday? Simple, you look thirsty? Okay, I'll drink water. You watch me, you clean. That's something I need to do more of. Getting ready to go to yard sales. Working. Painting? Swimming. Meal prep. Getting ready for a wedding. People do be getting married in the summer. I have 2 weddings to go to this summer. What's happening? Usually work. Balancing my checkbook. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Like, do you mean like a literal written checkbook that you're like writing out things? When I used to work at Shoppers Drug Mart, we always had to balance the till before we would be able to leave. The supervisor would count your money and see if it matched up with what you were supposed to have or what the till said it sold in that day. So they had to balance the till. The till is like the thing with the cash that just like comes in and out of the cash register. Do they even have tills anymore? I don't even know. I hate balancing tills. I can't count. Oh yeah. I would have never wanted to be the supervisor job because then you have to like fucking count all the money. I could barely count as the cashier. Like I was on the beginning of the generation who like stopped knowing how to count. So I would always type it in. Even if someone gave me like a $10 bill and it was like easy to do the math, I'd be like, kind of just tell me what the answer is for the change. Yeah. I trust the calculators way more than my brain, so. Don't want to make a mistake. Don't want your till to be unbalanced. You were the shift supervisor that did that? I distinctly remember one of my shift supervisors too. She was so good and fast at counting like the bills. Like crazy. She could have been like a good dealer in a casino in Vegas or something. I wonder if there's just like AI machines that can count cash for you. I mean, I know there's those coin machines or those bill counter machines. I'm aware of those. But just like AI, like you could take a picture of money and it can use its brains to like measure how many bills there are. It probably won't work at all if the bills are covered. They probably have to be seen, so at least like spread out even just a little bit. But like, I mean, something that can just use a photo of money and decide how much money is in the picture. Crazy. I'm sure this exists. I'm probably not even just inventing this. Someone has already done it. I've seen it for food already. This exists for food, where like you could take a picture of food and it'll like tell you the nutritional composition just based on what it knows about what food looks like and what it typically is. Isn't that crazy? Like obviously there's no way for it to be totally accurate because it's not weighing the food, which would help, but I guess like, I know that technology exists for food, so it's gotta exist for counting other things. Christine, happy almost 6th birthday, Holo Taco. I just put my last vanilla nail oil in my nail oil pen. Does HT have new oil scents coming soon? We are working on one. It's not that soon though. These things take a while. I'm eating my dinner and then I'll be painting my nails. I'll be having lunch after this. Simply hungry. little squeegee. I'm just using a Q-tip to clean the very residual edges, since sometimes Peely Base misses that. Pickles? You want pickle scented nail oil? Come on. Come on now. I mean, I do like a good dill pickle, but I'm not sure if we would sell that well enough to justify the R&D behind that, you know what I mean? Everyone really likes the vanilla, eh? Where's my hand cream? Hold on. I think it's at my desk. I need hand cream. Yeah, I don't think we would do the same flavor scent again. It is just honestly easier for us to just do one scent, never do it again, so we don't have to worry about restocking it, making it exactly the same. It's just a batch thing. When it comes to like unique ones, the standard unscented nail oil, yeah, that's gonna stay the exact same, and that will continue to be the strongest seller, I presume. But yeah, when we do another scented oil, it will be, again, like we'll just make one giant batch and then it just lasts for as long as it lasts. It won't be vanilla because we already did that. But I think vanilla is probably like the easiest, best selling shade. So it'll be hard to top like everyone liking it as much as the vanilla, because that's like an easy one that a lot of people are like, I love vanilla. You know what I mean? So I've already accepted that. Cotton candy. See, I think less people would like cotton candy, like way less people, as a nail oil. Like that's intense. But we will kind of use this opportunity to have fun, let's say, with a different nail oil scent. Like we'll do a fun flavor here, flavor. I keep saying flavor, and you're not supposed to eat it. Oh my God. But we'll, you know, maybe we make it on theme for something, but acknowledging that, yeah, it's not gonna be a scent that like everyone is like, I need it, like a vanilla, which is like pretty vanilla, you know? But that's okay. We will forecast accordingly. We won't make as much when we know that it's gonna be a little bit polarizing. I don't mean like pickle polarizing, but like maybe not, you know, majority favorite, because vanilla definitely is that. But we've cashed that card in already, so. All right, Peely Base, part 2. It's asparagus, yes, actually. How'd you know? Scented like after you pee the asparagus, though. Ew. Ew, who said that? All right, now we dry. Okay, now I'm gonna drink my tea so it won't burn. You can relax. I think a cherry scent or kind of scent in that range, like strawberry, would interest a lot of people. Yeah, that would be good. I have to think on like what I would pair it with, because like I would put it with a collection launch, so I have to make it make sense. Like the one we're working on now, like really makes sense. for the collection it's being paired with. I've also like smelled some bad ones, you know what I mean? In the prototyping process, because we prototyped the nail oil too. But yeah, like I've gotten some and I'm just like, that does not smell like what the label says it's supposed to smell like. Now you could always remarket it and be like, I actually think it smells more like this, and then just call it that. Like, it's really up to you, it doesn't really matter. But it just like wasn't hitting the mark for what I was thinking. So we did a different direction. Tell us what were the bad ones. Okay, I'll tell you one because it ended up not being at all what the launch, like it was not, it's no longer being used. So it's not coming, relax. But like I wanted to just to see what like peppermint options would be like in a nail oil. And some of the samples I got were very eucalyptus-y, which is fine if you want to do more of like a spa mint vibe. But that wasn't really the vibe I was trying to go for, which was more like peppermint, like borderline sweet. And I was like, this is not peppermint. If I smelled this, I would think I'm like getting a eucalyptus oil rub at the spa, which is not the same scent. So yeah, that's an example. Now, neither scent profile's bad. Like, actually enjoyed the spa eucalyptus one. It just like, it wasn't really working for what it was gonna work with. So I shelved it for now. I'm keeping that option for like, I don't know if I ever do a fucking relax collection, spa collection. I don't know. What does that even mean? I don't know. It's time to relax collection. Shut up, sit down, paint your nails. Relax. And yeah, I'll save it for that. Peppermint is hard because it's sometimes toothpastey and sometimes more candy cane. Yeah, I never smelled any samples that were like too toothpastey. But definitely on the candy side. Although if I had to choose, like if I'm smelling candles, I think I really like the like sweet peppermint candy type of peppermint. I think like most people do like that as a scent. If we're talking about peppermint, I think you're gonna find more people who don't like eucalyptus. Like if you had to be like, do you like this? And then do you like this? You're gonna have more people saying they don't like the eucalyptus. Even though you could argue it's more like organic smelling or whatever. I think more people are just into candy. All right, base coat. Christmas roast for Christmas? Ew, what is that? What's your Christmas roast? Like beef? Like the sauce on the beef? Like the brine? Or like a turkey? I think I usually have turkey for Christmas. I don't know. Or is it ham? I think whatever. My family's not traditional. But I think like I've usually opted for ham or turkey at the buffet or whatever, whoever's serving me. So I think of turkey or ham when I think of Christmas, but maybe you think of smoked brisket. I did not mean coffee roast. Wait, did you mean coffee roast? That would have been good if we'd been doing this during the Holo Barista, because that was like our coffee collection. Coffee scented nail oil. Some people would hate it. I feel like you'd have to release a tea one at the same time. So you'd have coffee and tea. But then with The problem is coffee, like there's one nail oil you can make and like satisfy every coffee lover basically. Whatever, you're all the same. But with tea, that's not happening. Because some people are more like, I hate black tea. I want green tea. I want mint tea. I want chai tea. I want turmeric tea. I want white tea. I want floral tea. I want lavender tea. Like there's too many teas, you know? Green tea smells so different than black tea. So that would be hard to do. And I don't think it would make sense for us to put all the manufacturing efforts into 8 different nail oils for one launch. I don't think they would all sell equally as well as our nail polishes, so that would not really be a smart business decision on the back end. We'd probably have to narrow it down to 1, maximum 2, if there was a concept that warranted coffee and tea. We need an espresso martini nail oil. What does it smell like? Vodka and Kahlua? That would actually be really good marketing. If we did a collab with, I don't know, like Kahlua. And then you put the nail oil across the martini glass. Make a simply maple breakfast tea scented oil. That's actually a good idea. I fear I've missed the timeline or the boat for that one though, because that should have come out if it was going to, like when my tea was released or shortly after. I don't know if my tea would be around by the time we eventually, if we develop this hypothetical nail oil, you know, because that could take, I don't know, up to a year. And my tea has always been limited edition, but they have continued to restock it for now because you keep buying it and selling it out. So that's good. Keep doing that. Yeah, then I could eat the nail oil, my lifelong dream. Well, no, you still couldn't eat it because like you're not supposed to eat jojoba oil. What about for your birthday collection? Well, my birthday collection this year is gonna look different than last year. And last year's birthstones looked very different than the year before. So we've kind of evolved how we're doing my birthday, which is in October, to not force us to have to do like, it's all about me and here's who's celebrating my birthday with me. We're changing that up because I fear there's only so many years in a row you can do that with. There's only so many family members that's gonna make sense to make a nail polish collab with. 12 polishes every year now? Yeah, no. Not in one collection. There are currently no plans to do a 12-piece nail polish collection. But I did keep having people after birthstones be like, okay, now do Zodiac. and I'm just like, what? Weren't you supposed to be upset that there's 12 nail polishes and now you want another 12? I don't understand our customers. Explain yourselves. Swatchers are quaking. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm painting on the next shade from our 6th anniversary collection, which is also stunning. This is a formula you have seen before. It's different from what I just swatched, but it's a all new color. I wouldn't call this a frequent formula. It's an underused formula, but that's because it's so pigment dependent. You cannot make it in whatever color you want. So it would not be a good idea to try and make an entire collection of these because it would not be possible to get the exact colors you want. However, I love it so much, so I'm throwing it in here. It's also a very annoying pigment to restock, so it makes, because it's like a specific pigment in a specific color, so it makes sense to put it in a limited edition collection, which our anniversary collection is. And that's why it's exciting when I get that opportunity to play with different types of pigments that normally we wouldn't be able to do. Yeah, yeah. This is a 2-coater, 3-coater. Why am I blanking? I think we've only released one of this formula. Or was it 2? It's because I'm working on other prototypes for like future collections, so I know there's others. Or if something was a prototype but it wasn't used. I find it hard to like remember. I'm getting to that point where I don't remember what was released and what wasn't. And that's how you trick me. Just like you trick your parents into giving you allowance and keeping it instead of spending it on food. Stunning. You can tell us the formula. We'll tell you how many you've released. Wow, Kim. Thanks. Wait, maybe we've released 2. Yeah. Or is it 3? I literally need my spreadsheet. Hello, Celine. What shade should I do for the Pride celebration date that I'm going to tomorrow from Germany? Can't wait for the next Holo Taco collection. Did you get pixel perfect? You could do like the whole rainbow and sparkles. That'd be fun. I've seen people do like a lazy gradient with them. Or just do a regular old Skittle Manny. Did you photograph the hot pink before Vegas? Joanna, Mellow. What are you talking about? Did you see that? Did you see a particular pink on all of my limbs? Like all 4 areas where I have nails on my body? Yes, I might have photographed that previously. Although I think I have to do it again because I forgot to do like indoor-outdoor shots on my phone. Not that you really like need, I don't think you need that for that type of formula. But I like consistency, so I might have to redo it. But I'll do it at the end if I have time. Okay, second coat. Oh yeah. This one is like Luke's. She is Luke's. She is in the Mile High Club. She is rich. She's in business class. She has access to the Sky Lounge. She is on my cuticle. For being so hard to get in a specific color, I actually think this is like the perfect color for this collection. So I was holding on to this one. I knew she existed. But for a long time, I knew where I was putting her. I saved her. Because I think I saw some version of a prototype for this, or at least I saw like the pigment in this, like over a year prior to us prototyping this. And then I just like held her in my memory. So that's why I keep all my prototypes. Because then I can go back to it and be like, oh yeah, like this, can we do this? Because sometimes it doesn't work out for, you know, the collection you're actively prototyping on, working on, you know, general timelines, but you want to save it because you see it in a better spot. I think I'll just do 2 coats for this, although I shouldn't speak too soon. Let me assess. Sometimes it's just like on the sides where I like kind of miss it. Ooh! Fuck, she's pretty. I think she's gonna be a good seller. This collection is actually hard to predict. And I mean that from like a economic forecasting perspective too. We also had a lot of trouble deciding like how many of each to make in terms of relativity, one to another. Because like they're all just so different. They're all just like kind of in their own world. They're all different formulas. Wait, did you already know that? But it's not like pixel perfect. So for example, something like pixel perfect is a little bit easier to forecast in terms of which shades are gonna sell better because you're controlling for the formula. They're all the same formula. Great, love that in a forecasting spreadsheet. But you already know, based on the 6 years of data we have, that the gold's probably gonna sell the worst, and probably then the peach, because it's closer to a skin tone. Those always sell worse in these types of collections that have colors. And then you know that the purples are gonna do well. They always do, despite people who are like, no more purples. Well, you're just wrong, statistically. I don't know what to tell you. And then I think the minty green, because it's like a cool leaning green, that sells really well, unless it's a dark green, then the hunter greens sell well. But this is like a lighter and brighter palette. So that's easier to forecast. Chat doesn't apply. So chat's forecast never matches, almost never matches. But our internal predictions are almost always exactly what happens, with some exceptions. Some things just like shock us, like Devil's Advocate like shocked us. But this collection is like different formulas. The colors are kind of like not as like clear because there's some shift in different pigments being used in some of them. So like I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out on launch day. And hopefully we made enough of everything evenly so everything sells out at the same time. That's the goal. That literally never happens, but actually that might happen to Disco Cowboy. So that one's on track to sell out similarly. All right, I'm gonna get ready to do my top coat. Just doing one check. Yeah, I think 2 coats is good. Actually, no, I lied. There's one spot I want to cover. Disco Cowboy is amazing. Thank you. That was you guys, so. But yeah, I think we're gonna, those will be gone. Not too long. So if you are shopping our next thing, which is just a little promo and a little restock, and you didn't pick up Disco Cowboy, it would probably be your last chance to get everything or the individuals. Okay, I lied. I'm doing a 3rd coat. I see too much on the sides if I'm being a little critical. I just kind of missed the side. What am I doing? I'm just yapping, missing the sides of my nails. Simplynailogical. Just talking to herself in the basement. Is Disco Inferno the worst seller of the collection? I'd have to refresh my recollection. I think it was. I haven't checked recently. Like when they eventually go, yeah, I usually do like a closeout and, you know, a debrief. It probably was. Here, I'll look quickly while I wait to put my glossy taco on. And I will fucking, why don't I just tell you? Okay, when was that launch? It was in April, right? So let me do April to now. And let me find by product. Let's see who sold the worst. Who did the worst? It was Disco Inferno. So yes, Disco Inferno is still the worst selling shade individually from the Disco Cowboy collection. And Moonlit Rodeo remains the top. That was the top at the outset, if I remember. Yeah, see? What is wrong with people? Like, we were literally talking about collection concepts for 2026, and I have a good idea for an all Frosted Metals collection, but then we're always like, well, Frosted Metals, they just always sell bad. And I'm like, yeah, fuck, okay, never mind, scrap my idea. Never mind, okay, we'll just, you know, sprinkle them in where it makes more sense. You're kidding? No. I make decisions based on data for the most part. Sometimes I don't listen. Like we will sell more yellows and oranges even though they sell less. So that it's not always data. But like it probably is kind of dumb to do an all Frosted Metal collection. Now, I'm still gonna give them to you. I'm gonna slide them in there like Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno is so hot. You guys are crazy. Hot orange of the summer. Like, come on. Simply, how are we feeling about purples this year? I'm doing them. Purples sell the best. Lo-fi lavender at the absolute top, like crazy, just like lavender syrup. And that's like a cool tone purple. That is what sells the best that I have witnessed. It's a really good pairing with lavender syrup too. So yes, spoiler alert, there will There'll be more purples this year. But like different types of purples is my goal too. Like lo-fi lavender was like a lighter periwinkle-y lavendery. You know, some purples we have coming up are like kind of shiftier purples. We've done warm purples. Working on some other variations. I'd say Glitch and Glam was like a warmer purple. I just signed off on a purple in a formula that doesn't have a purple in it yet. So that, I think that's exciting. People love purple. So yeah, we're gonna like release purple. What is the more popular formula? It's a good question. Everyone, go argue. You know, cremes just sell so well. And I think it's because like that's every, you know, average person. If you take like the aggregate person who paints their nails, they're really familiar with cremes. It's like, that is a color. I want it on my nails. It's like the most simplistic type of nail polish. So cremes have done really, really well for us, I'm not gonna lie. But if I just talk about specialty nail polishes, I think like our linear hollows people really love because they're opaque super easily, like sometimes one coat depending on the shade. Crushed hollows people have fallen in love with since Holo Barista. I'm looking forward to expanding that. Our glitters people like, but they don't sell as well, but the people who like them really like them, if that makes sense. And then kind of our like mixed bag shimmers in between, you know, like Underglow or some of the Birthstone shades where it's like kind of a in-between shimmer. It's got a dash of this and that works. Like those sell well, but it really just depends on the color. I find so many people shop just based on color and like don't really care what formula it is. That's why I'll hear feedback like, oh, you've already released this color. And I'm like, yes, I have. Yes, I've released the color purple or pink or green or orange or yellow or name every other color. Yes, I have. But it's really a formula nuance, how it shows on the nail, what kind of special effects it has. Does it shift? Does it sparkle? Does it scintillate? Does it glisten? Does it glitter? Does it, like, there's different types of formulas in the same color that can do crazy different things. So that's my mission for the world, is explain to people why just because it's the same color doesn't mean it's the same nail polish. Oh shit, that looks good. That is so shiny. What? Okay, it looks really good against the hot pink background too. What? This is like the perfect color to contrast. Okay, I need to stop talking because I need a good pose. Everyone, quiet on set. Fuck me, she's so pretty. Okay. Photos of the 5-finger swatch. I label my swatches like 5-finger and 4-finger. Just swatcher things. I'm literally just a swatcher. This is gonna be, oh, that's too dark. This is gonna be one of those shades that is hard to translate on camera. I already know. But anything that has like a bit of shine to it, honestly, is. Even though it looks absolutely crazy here, looks so good. I love lamp. Okay, are we in focusy? Crazy! I need a blurry shot now. Okay, now we do the 4-finger shot, where Simply has 4 fingers. First we'll get a close-up. Do you love the lamp, or are you just saying that because you just saw the lamp? No, I love it. I love this lamp. It's been with me for like, I don't know, 8 years? Probably more. Don't listen to them, lamp, I love you. Fuck, she pretty. She's gonna fuck shit up. Everyone's gonna yell at me for making this one limited edition. But that's the reason why I can make her in the first place. I need to make like a meme. People, why did you make this limited edition? Me, that's literally how she can exist. Only few will understand the humor. Probably just like my team. I'll make the meme for myself and the team. How about that? It's not really a customer relatable meme, is it? Now that I reflect upon that. Has the team talked about whether it would be possible to do thermals? It's possible, but the research and development and testing of thermals is far more onerous because like they do fucking magic things. So that translates to it being expensive and time consuming. So it's not something we'll be doing often, but I do have at least one plan for just one little sprinkle. But I do think it would be, again, a limited edition situation, just to be on the safe side. Because those pigments are also very pigment dependent. And if you tried to restock the same pigment to create the same color shift and then like it wasn't exactly, then people would just be disappointed. And I don't want to do that. So it's sometimes just smarter. There's no thermals in this collection. I'll give you that hint. The shutter sound is so relaxing, is it? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, we got that shot. Now I do the other shots. Ready? Stand up. Put your nails up in the air. Put your nails up. Oh, I'm hungry. If you hear my stomach growl, it's my stomach growling. It's the tiger. It's the cunty tiger inside of me. What? Stunning. Okay, now let me do the shade paint picture. Pardon me? Pardon who? Would you ever drop a collection with no purple for science? We did. It was called Dark Academia. But when you're releasing a collection of 7 or more shades, just think of how many colors there are in the rainbow. It's actually hard to avoid colors. You know, like somewhere you're gonna get close. Holo Barista also had no purple. That was only 5 too. Well, that's kind of cheating because that was intentionally just a brown neutral palette. Wow. This one's like glowing, even though it's not glowing. I think I want to blur this for a teaser. This is a good shot, yeah. I Need Space didn't have a purple. You guys remember better than me. Electric Hollows didn't have a purple. Yeah, no, of course. And then you kind of go into other collections and you go, this collection didn't have a yellow, this collection didn't have a green, this collection didn't have a blue. Of course. David's Tea didn't have a purple. Well, duh. That's different. Okay, are we done? No. Forgot the carton. How many more purples are there this year? Fuck, it depends what you count as purple. Like, there's at least one that I'm like, I don't know if this is purple. Like, I actually don't know if people will decide that. I mean, for SEO reasons, or like for our labeling, like I would add it into that too, even if it's like not a true purple. But let's say I'll just count, let me just count even those that are like, I don't know, but maybe, you know, at least 5% of you will say it is. Not the orange people, but I think there's 1, 2, 3. Wait, is that purple? Partially. 4? There's at least 4, which actually isn't that many. And a half. It's like 4.5. It's actually not that many now that I think about it. Fuck, I need to put more purples in the rest of the year. Stunning. She is the moment. Yeah, this color is just the most stunning contrast with my background and this unicarton. The trio of like the color matching of these three specific colors. The hot pink, the whatever this is, and our carton color is beautiful. Doesn't always work out that way because like you have the different palettes. But like these three, I really like the trifecta of the contrast and the colors. All right, well, that's it, that's all. I'm gonna run around the house. You're gonna finish your homework or cleaning or painting or whatever you're doing. I think we got 2 really solid swatches done. I still have a couple more to do and a Skittle Manny and a box holding pose session. But I've reached my 2 swatches per day limit, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to end it here and leave you. Leave you at the terminal and say bye as I hop on the plane. Bye. I put your limited edition rant meme in Simply React Discord. Oh no. What does this mean? What do you mean, amateur nail art? Should I look at it? I'm scared. Oh, I can't pull it up on this computer. Yeah, dumb. I'm a dum-dum because my stream computer's over there. Okay, I will look at it later and send it to my team because no one else will find it funny. Thank you guys for swatching with me. This collection comes out in July because it's for our anniversary at some point in July. It will all be limited edition. But there will be something coming, a restock that maybe you've been waiting for, of just a few select gems that you've been after, and a fun little promo that'll happen alongside with a little twist. A little promo with a little twist that will happen soon. Holo Taco will send an email. But it's not new polish. This new polish is coming in July. I'm just working ahead of time, you know, I'm just getting on the plane early. So yeah, thank you for joining with me. Hello. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you found some peace today. Wherever it is deep within you, or not in you at all. I hope that you found some peace through watching me or barely paying attention. Sometimes that's how that works. It's more like ambient stream in the background. Cheers. And thanks so much for watching. Thanks to the wonderful mods and the Menchie gang. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye-wee. I gotta fly over here to turn it off. Bye.